If your car has sent you to the sidelines, Eustace Body Shop can help. With gold-class certified technicians, OEM parts, and free loaner cars, Eustace Body Shop is your best choice this Husker season. And with 6 locations across central and eastern Nebraska, we've got you covered, whether you're rooting at home or you're headed to Memorial Stadium. Get a free online quote at EustaceBodyShop.com, and let's get you back in the game.
The most recommended Eustace Body Shop. That's who we are.
If your home isn't delivering the year-round comfort you expect, call the experts at Bryant. Warm and cool, comfort and confidence. Bryant Air Conditioning and Heating. Call 467-1111.
Hi everyone, Kendall Warnock with A1 Automotive in downtown Lincoln. If you're looking for an automotive repair facility you can genuinely trust, we would be grateful for the opportunity to earn your business repairing your vehicle. We have ASE master technicians and qualified to work on a variety of vehicles from Hondas to Porsches, Jaguars to Toyotas, and Chevrolets to Fords. We pride ourselves on customer service and relationships, and we would be grateful for the opportunity to serve you. Give us a call at 402-477-4660. A1 Automotive, always honest answers.
This is Lincoln's home for sports talk on the FM dial. Also online at theticketfm.com. On the internet, KNTK FM Firth, 93.7 The Ticket.
October is full of sports, with football and volleyball reaching mid-season and basketball and winter sports starting up. All the excitement of the games brings major stress, and stress causes tight muscles and pain. It's time to call the Body Shop, your place in Lincoln for all types of massages: deep tissue, hydrating, sports, Swedish, hot stone, aroma, and more. And don't forget about their couples massages. Eliminate the pain from sports watching stress today with a massage at the Body Shop at 48th and A and online at thebodyshoplincoln.com.
Where will your path take you, traveler? To seek fortune in a new career? Or on a journey to distant lands for a well-deserved vacation? Wherever you go, one distraction could spell disaster. You can change your fate, adventurer. Don't drive distracted. Paid for by the NDOT Highway Safety Office.
At Parkview Animal Hospital in Lincoln, it's not just a professional care that sets them apart, but their warm staff and state-of-the-art facilities. Whether it's for a routine checkup or a comprehensive medical procedure, at Parkview, your pet isn't just another number, but a valued member of their caring family. Visit them at pahlincoln.com today and in person just south of 14th and Pine Lake Road. Parkview Animal Hospital, your pet, our passion. For happier, healthier furry friends. Ever wish you had another light switch on the other side of the room on a dark night? How much better would you sleep at night if you had a ceiling fan in your room? The High Electric Service Department is here to make your electrical what-ifs a reality. Whether you're looking to replace some outdated light fixtures or brighten up your counters with under-cabinet lighting, High Electric can handle all types of residential electrical installations and services. Give Erica a call at 402-466-6606 or visit high-electric.com to get started.
Action Plumbing, Heating, Air, and Electric brings exciting career opportunities for you or someone you know. They are now hiring plumbers, electricians, and HVAC techs and installers to continually build their professional team. They offer competitive pay and full benefits packages that include health, dental, vision, PTO, and 401k options. Action has created a positive team environment for over 50 years. Apply online at actionlincoln.com.
College football in Lincoln, America. The time has come. Start your game day off right with the A1 Automotive Ticket Tailgate pregame show. Join the Ticket crew as they bring you all the coverage you need to get you ready for the action. It's the A1 Automotive Ticket Tailgate pregame show, powered by Sunbelt Rentals. Ben Bleicher with Professional Realty Group of BHHS Ambassador, Select Plumbing, Jimmy John's, Lincoln Wall-to-Wall Wine and Spirits, Fleet Feet, Yours Cheese Spread on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com. Live from the heart of Lincoln, America, welcome to Ticket Weeknights on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
All right, welcome back into Ticket Weeknights. This is the Don't Punt Hour. I'm Harrison Arn, joining the ones and twos host as always. Good morning, Pierson'El, as he gets his headset on here as we get all set up. It's the NBA season opener tonight, and I actually should get the quick score update. So I want to talk to you a little bit about the NBA, knowing that you are a Bulls fan. But right now, it's 37-20 at half. As the boss man's behind us, we got the doors open with the ACs out. If you haven't noticed yet, good morning. But we have some NBA tonight. Right now, Nuggets are already up by damn near 20, 37-20 at halftime. Wow, I haven't seen a 20 points at halftime in an NBA game in a long time.
Out the gate, too.
Okay, it's not halftime. It's the second quarter with 11 minutes left. Okay, Google is being weird. I was like, there's no way the Lakers have 20 points at half. But then that one's going right now. And then at 9 o'clock, Suns and Warriors. Do you have any insight going into this game early on with the NBA season opener? Because I feel like with the NBA season, early on, you get a real test of the teams. And then you get to a massive lull until All-Star break, when I feel like that's when you see a lot of load management. Teams still kind of trying to vie where they're at, if they want to tank, if they want to go for it. How much do you pay attention early NBA?
Not really. It's like the same thing. Like what's different, like with the NFL and everything like that. But early on, they play a lot of games. Like it's good to have it back, but like they're not gonna be like that. Like as you said, as it gets closer to the All-Star break and everything like that, this load management thing is crazy.
It's like, crazy. I'm always I'll be honest, I'm pretty anti-load management, because when you look, I look it up all the time. If you look at like the top scorers, on average, they're taking about like 17 games off anyways. Mm-hmm. So it's not, 82 games. The best players are already taking way less than that.
I understand, like, it's to protect your body and everything like that. But we got the technology today for recovery.
Mm-hmm.
Teams are not killing, each other hard and everything like that. Football adjusts to stuff. We don't go full pads all season. Actually, we have a rule with, I think it's like after like week 10, like there are no padded practices.
Period?
So, yeah.
Okay.
So, like, early in the season, like, you'll see teams, you'll have a padded practice at least once, maybe twice a week or whatever. And then I think it's like after like week 10 or after week 11, like there's no more padded practices, and we just practice with spiders and shells. So if the NFL has that to combat, injury and everything like that, you're telling me the NBA, who has, fewer players, I'm not saying that they don't have as much to do within the NFL, but their separate plays and everything like that's a different type of conditioning and everything that goes on with that. You telling me that they don't have anything in place to give players like more optimal time for their bodies to recover and relax and everything like that. Like, so the load management thing to me is like, okay.
Yeah. To me, I always look at like, it made sense when maybe you have a bunch of back-to-back days, back-to-back games. But the NBA, one thing you got to give credit Adam Silver for, and the rest of the NBA, is how they figured out how to drastically eliminate those. Like, I think I don't even know if it even happens anymore this season. I know they're continuously working to get rid of those, but yeah, the way they've organized the schedule, it just plays out so much better. Teams, they figured out the mileage, so there's always going to be one team that's unlucky, that's going to have to fly way more, but there's going to be one.
It happens. Yeah. That's the nature of the beast. The thing that I like, which I think like players kind of agree with it, and you're going to have to see more, with changing the rules for like certain players to be eligible to get like to be up for nominee for MVP, defensive player of the year, and everything like that. Like, you have to have a minimum of so many games like played. So I think that's good to where it's like you actually getting your superstars to play and everything like that. Because if they're not hitting that mark, you can have one of the better seasons, but if you don't have like that minimum, you won't be your name won't be on the ballot to win any of those awards like that. So I think that's actually like smart.
Yeah, absolutely. I do kind of want to dive into it now, though, because I haven't asked you this before, but in the spirit of the NBA season starting today, and again, if you guys want to join in on this conversation, 402-464-5685, who is the GOAT of basketball?
Come on now. His airness. Michael. It's not close. They've played in different eras. So respectively, like, and it's funny because people talk about this, talk about that, and everything like that. I kind of grew up on the end of Michael's career. I've seen Kobe. To be honest, I'm really not a Kobe fan. I have respect for him and everything like that. I understand what he does and everything like that, but I was never a Kobe fan.
You're not the only one. You're definitely not the only one.
But when you look at it, I'm just thinking of overall and everything like that. LeBron has done things that some that other people haven't. To each his own. Michael has done things that a lot of people haven't. To each his own. Kobe has done things that they haven't and everything like that. I think LeBron went to like 11 straight final appearances.
Yeah, let me double check there. I want to say.
I think it's 11 straight, which is crazy.
9 or 11. I think 11 is the right one. No, let me double check here.
Which is crazy, but kids wanted to grew up in Michael. Not to say that they weren't with Kobe and whatnot, but I think Mike is just in a league of his own. He was a trendsetter. Not to say that the others aren't, but.
Real quick, it's 10 NBA Finals total, 8 consecutive.
Okay, 8
so from 2011 to 2018.
Okay.
Cavs Warriors. There.
I was about to say that's still that's still good.
Yeah.
But I mean, players were trying to be like Mike. Like your favorite player's favorite player was Michael Jordan. So I mean, the GOAT of of this era and everything like that, I would think hands down is LeBron. But overall, I think it's Mike. And people talk about ships. Well, if you're talking about championships, Bill.
Yeah, that's always what drives me nuts with the Michael Jordan era. Because everyone's like, well, you only talk about the 6 straight finals and nothing else. It's like, what do you mean? The other 6 years, 15 years in the NBA, he was leading the league in points. He was winning Defensive Player of the Year. He was very dominant.
He
just wasn't winning it.
They started to build around him, and he was a young Mike.
Mm-hmm.
And like these other teams were superstar teams. Like they had Hall of Famers, multiple Hall of Famers, on those rosters. So I don't think like, oh well, he can't do it by himself. That like no, he was he was dealing with the Pistons. Pistons were.
Oh yeah,
he was dealing with Boston. Boston wasn't easy. The Cavs had a team. The Knicks had a team. So like it wasn't easy for him, and he didn't start out just day one of getting things done. But I mean, he turned that organization around. They were losing that next year. I believe they were in the playoffs, or that year that they drafted him, they went to the playoffs. They might have lost. I think the first couple of years, like he lost in the first rounds or whatnot. But I'm like, okay, well, look who he's playing and everything like that. And I think how they play back then is completely different to how they're playing now.
Oh yeah, I mean your pick and rolls were at the high post a lot of the times. You weren't running a whole lot of high pick and rolls outside the 3-point line. It was still getting to that level where you had enough players on the court that you could run that high pick and roll, and it was efficient for you.
Yeah. So the way that they play the game now is completely different. I think the opportunity of different types of guys and the way that they score. Now you got big men taking threes instead of just being in the post like Shaq dominating stuff and everything like that. Like that wasn't that style of like basketball wasn't really like the thing back then. And but I mean the game evolves, like, so it's not to say which is and which not and everything like that, but it goes back to I think it's Mike, and I don't think it's close.
Yeah, I'm definitely there with Michael Jordan. I would say the only thing where it's playing devil's advocate here, I don't think it's super close, but I do think it's a little closer because with LeBron James, one thing you do have to give him credit for
the points,
his IQ.
Oh, okay.
Because you look at Michael Jordan when he really took off, Hall of Fame head coach Phil Jackson, and he did have a big role in that, figuring that out. But also you need a guy like Michael for that thing to really take off and work. You look at LeBron James, he's showing up with first-year head coaches over and over again, and he's taking that team to the finals. That's, for me, the one point with LeBron James where if I had to give him credit for maybe entering that conversation about being the GOAT, was his knowledge of the game was good enough to where he, as soon as he entered the league, it didn't matter who his head coach was. He knew the game almost better than the coach, and he would find a way to elevate them.
I wouldn't say that necessarily in his earlier years. His first couple of years, like with the Cavs.
His first Cavs team that made it to the finals, though?
Yeah.
That's a LeBron run.
Okay, I'll give you that. Like I said, so not taking away and, his IQ of doing stuff, and his game has evolved. Like he's not what he was necessarily in Miami or the last couple of years of what he was in like Cleveland. He's kind of starting to, I'm not saying coming down, but he's not the explosive blowing by, and
Yeah.
once he gets a step by you, like he's rising at the rim. So, but he definitely you have to keep in mind like he can be in it point blank. He could turn it on at any point in time, and what he's coming with. So
Yeah,
I will give him that.
He's definitely just more passive, which at this point in his career,
you understand,
spend more of your lifetime playing in the NBA than not.
But he's still averaging 28.
Yeah.
Like that's crazy.
That is the nuts part with LeBron James. It doesn't matter how old he gets. Between him and Tom Brady, and even I'd give LeBron the bigger edge just because physically he's still all there.
So when they go into MVP and stuff like that, like what are I know what I'm looking at, like as it says most valuable player and everything like that, but I don't understand. Like, is it more statistical or is it just straight out like performance, or what a guy adds to a team?
It's a bit of a mixed bag. For me, it's you have to have more wins than losses. The wins does matter to me. I don't. If you're the best player on a bad team, even like it's just going to be hard for me to even grade your talent unless you're something absolutely incredible where it doesn't even matter.
Mhm.
But I'd mention if you're that good, you're finding a way to at least get to 500 because the NBA there's enough good players now that you should be able to will that team to 500. Other than that, to me, it's a simple stats in the eye test. Unfortunately, I think it revolves around the narrative a lot because if you want to count MVPs, Kobe should have had more. LeBron should have a hell of a lot more.
That's that.
Jokic should even
and that's
more.
what I'm saying. Like what
I want to see if there's an actual NBA article on the actual things they break down when they consider it.
Between that and was when you say that, because I was thinking about the NFL MVP race last year with Mahomes and Jalen Hurts.
Oh yeah, Hurts on the Eagles.
And I thought Hurts should have won it, but they gave it to Mahomes, and it goes back to necessarily like what are you like? Who's more offensive MVP? I think probably Mahomes for sure should have got that, but most valuable player, like if you took Jalen Hurts off that team last year, like they didn't win. If Mahomes went down, their team was still capable of scoring and pulling out a win, and I think that was a big defining factor. And I don't get necessarily what the exact definition or
the AP has presented an award. Okay, let me skip through that. The award is voted upon by a panel of 50. This is my problem right here. The award is voted on upon a panel of 50 sports writers at the end of the regular season before the playoffs announced after the Super Bowl. Sports writers, not coaches, not players,
for
the NFL MVP.
So if you got the right credentials and whatever your opinion is, you can possibly not know exactly what something is. But what if you just like the guy in red? He would just win. Yeah, that's different.
Yeah, so I don't like, as much as I love, the sports writers world because I digest a lot of that. That is not for me. You can maybe have some media share in it, but to be the end all be all.
No, it needs to be the players actually in the league, the coaches in the league necessarily. Like, okay, you put a filler out. Okay, say you take like the last 4 games of the season, you put a filler out, and this is what they do with the with the Pro Bowl. So with the Pro Bowl, like the NFL sends a list of all the players in the AFC, all the players in the NFC. Who do you think deserves to be in, and everything like that. So in the last 4 games or whatever, put out a filler of who your top coaches and players, like, okay, who do you put out a list of 4 guys who you think at that point are arguably deserving of it. Okay, by week 2 you send out the next list of out of those 2, like, okay, at least the top 2, if not top 3, send that back out, and then going on into by the last game or first round of playoffs, have everybody submitted, and then that should be who the MVP is, offensive MVP, and everything like that, and going forth. That way, it's a league. I'm not saying it's a league ran by players, but how can you not have your players
have input
at all? Because
they're the ones actually playing them,
literally, and understands necessarily like what's going on, what it takes. Not to say that writers don't and everything like that, but
that's what I'm saying. At least like a share, maybe. And
What-
even then,
what-
I'd
what-
still say the players.
What if
have
what
bigger
if 10 of those writers are all Chiefs fans?
Okay, I will put this in the argument though. At times, when they do kind of let some of these players have control of the votes, they don't always take that seriously, and you get some crazy answers.
What do you mean?
They might not. They might vote for the guy that's funny than actually the best player. That's happened in the NBA before. I'd have to find the. I'll look that up for you during the break
might
because
have
it
to
has happened. And I think it was for All-Star selections when they tried it the one year, and the players were. It wasn't ever an MVP. But if the NBA want to do their All-Star, they'll let the fans into it, they'll let the media into it, and the players will get a share. Historically, players quite a few times now have just voted very randomly, picking not necessarily the best guys. So that's probably one of the reasons.
You don't give them an option of necessarily writing in who they think it is. That's what I'm saying.
There's the fix.
You pick 4. Okay, from the last 4 games on. So you got 17 games, whatever game that is, and everything like that. By the time of where it's 4 games left into the season, you should know. Okay, he's been playing good. He's been playing good. He's been playing good. He's been playing good. Collectively, okay, these 4 guys have an opportunity to win this award. You know who it's between necessarily. You send that out, and like I said, for the Pro Bowl, that's what they do. They'll send out lists. You literally mark, and it takes literally 2 minutes. You literally mark what guy you think deserves to be a Pro Bowler. So for receiver position, you take 2 outside, an inside, or whatever like that, and then so on and so forth. For a guard, you pick these 2 dudes. You literally mark them. They have their names already filled in. They have the teams they already with. All you got to do is just mark your first selection, second selection, next position. First selection, second selection, next position. So make a list necessarily doing the same thing, and literally they have it out, and it's like, okay, well, we got to get this done by the end of the week, and they have personnel people in the facility that make sure the players get it done. We're not filling in or anything like that. You literally is just putting in X by which name, and so on and so forth. And you flip the page, it goes all the way through from quarterback all the way to long snapper and kicker. So every position gets filled. So that would be easy to, okay, look, we got to finish this by, a week and a half, get it back in, counted it back out and everything like that. Then you send whatever it is, what guys think of those guys and everything like that. You resend out another ballot of the top 2 picks. And, there's either you think that guy's been playing better than this guy, or that guy's been playing better than that guy. And that way, and coaches have an input too, to where it's not a write in or what you think and everything like that. It's going off of performance, and you're not allowing guys to necessarily, write in certain dudes, because it's literally like what, or you maybe can, have a voting poll or something like that towards the end of the season.
I think you just have the names, because they're going to be pretty obvious when you get to that point of the season.
You know what I'm saying? So you put those names up, people mark it, you get it back in, you send a different poll out, and then that becomes, who the MVP is. Because I don't think writers should decide with something like that.
Yeah, not like 100% of the vote.
Like cut.
I might even cut, cut it down to 10%.
I don't know.
Because if it's a good sports writer, they should have the unbiased if they're covering all the teams, is why I say that. That's my point.
I'll give you that. Okay.
Mm-hmm. But for the most, since we're kind of diving into this conversation and we understand how the NFL votes for it, what's your guess on how the NBA decides the MVP vote? I got pulled up.
I thought it was off. I thought it was all like fan stuff. Honestly,
that's for the All-Star game.
Okay,
that's a lot of fan stuff.
Yep. I'm not too sure necessarily on how it would be.
I'll just break it down for you because we got to go to break here. A panel of leading sports writers
for the same thing.
Yeah, votes each year to which player will win the NBA MVP award. Each member of the panel has 5 votes, and they're asked to each list the top players in descending order. First place gets 10, second place 7, third place 5, fourth 3, and fifth is worth 1.
Okay, so outside of that, what else is a factor in who decides to get the vote outside of the writers, or is it only just the writers?
Just the writers.
Yeah, see, no.
With that being said, before we go to break here, who do you think is the current favorite if we're looking at betting odds to win the MVP this year? Got some new changes. Giannis and Dame over in Milwaukee together. Nuggets pretty much held fast, keeping on to the championship roster.
I mean, obviously you got to go with Joker. He's different. I'm anxious to see what Dame can do because I think new scenery, new page, and everything like that. I think he adds a different. He adds more value to that team. So you don't necessarily know what he's going to do with a guy like Giannis on that team. That team has won a championship and everything like that before. So those would be my two front runner picks just off of thinking of it.
Yeah, Dame isn't actually listed. See how far we have to get before we get to Dame. Giannis is 2, which is fair enough.
Who's one?
One, it's Jokic, plus 450. You got it right. And then Giannis is second, only 100 points behind, plus 550. Then it goes to Luka. A little surprised on that one, plus 600. Tatum,
Agreed.
plus 700. And B drops all the way to plus 800. And Damian Lillard, plus 3,000.
I'm taking Dame.
He's listed in MVP long shots.
I like the underdog. I'm taking Dame.
It'd be good odds if you did take Dame and it turns out right. You'd be.
If I was a betting man, you know what I'm saying. I would. But
if we didn't live in the state of Nebraska,
okay.
But we got to throw it the break here. Don't Punt Hour with the morning. Pierson'El. I'm Harrison running the 1s and 2s. We'll talk to you guys on the other side.
Hi, everyone. Kendall Warnock with A1 Automotive in downtown Lincoln. If you're looking for an automotive repair facility you can genuinely trust, we would be grateful for the opportunity to earn your business repairing your vehicle. We have ASE master technicians and qualified to work on a variety of vehicles from Hondas to Porsches, Jaguars to Toyotas, and Chevrolets to Fords. We pride ourselves on customer service and relationships, and we would be grateful for the opportunity to serve you. Give us a call at 402-477-4660. A1 Automotive. Always honest answers.
Ironhide Construction is hiring. They're looking for hardworking, self-motivated individuals who are team players. Ironhide Construction has openings for an experienced project manager, estimator, apprentice, skilled laborer, and erector or installer. They will train the right people and make sure you understand the position and requirements. At Ironhide Construction, it's own it, be honest, and do it right. Apply today and learn more about their other benefits at ironhideconstruction.com, where they're committed to you every step of the way.
Where will your path take you, traveler? To seek fortune in a new career, or on a journey to distant lands for a well-deserved vacation? Wherever you go, one distraction could spell disaster. You can change your fate, adventurer. Don't drive distracted. Paid for by the NDOT Highway Safety Office.
You're counting on your team to win. So why not prove it? By placing your bets at Warhorse Sportsbook. Their win is your win. Put your money where your mouth is on nearly every sporting event. Use the Warhorse app to check odds and build your bets before placing your wagers in person at Warhorse Casino, including live in-game betting. No bets, no glory. Wagers may only be placed on Nebraska-based teams when played outside the state of Nebraska. Must be 21 or older to gamble. Gambling problem? Call 1-833-BET-OVER.
Action Plumbing, Heating, Air, and Electric brings exciting career opportunities for you or someone you know. They are now hiring plumbers, electricians, and HVAC techs and installers to continually build their professional team. They offer competitive pay and full benefits packages that include health, dental, vision, PTO, and 401k options. Action has created a positive team environment for over 50 years. Apply online at actionlincoln.com.
If you're in Seward or Milford, listen up. Select Plumbing is now servicing your area with no trip charges from Lincoln. Select Plumbing works on a variety of issues for your home and business, including general plumbing, water heaters, faucet and fixture repair, underground sewer and water repairs, backflow testing, and more. Keep your property free from leaks and other issues. Call today for a free estimate, 402-560-6197. It's not just Lincoln, Waverly, and the surrounding area anymore. It's also Seward and Milford with no trip charges. Contact Select Plumbing to inquire at 402-560-6197.
This is former Husker and NFL linebacker Jay Foreman. For years, I've suffered from degenerative problems in both of my ankles, but thanks to a thorough and thought-out plan provided by Advanced Medical Imaging, I was able to get my life back with the least amount of pain as possible. While working through multiple options, the team of physicians at Advanced Medical Imaging were there to answer any questions I had. If you're experiencing any pain at all and want to get your life back, go to amimaging.com or give them a call at 402-484-6677. Advanced Medical Imaging, located at 7601 Pioneers Boulevard.
Tailored Lights is your go-to local manufacturer and installer of the best landscape lighting. Tailored Lights is excited to highlight the architecture of your home or business and provide a warm environment that feels safe. And for those outside the Lincoln area, they do ship across the country and are happy to work with anyone near or far with lights anywhere from 18 inches to 110 inches. Enhance your curb appeal with an exquisite tailored light today. Call 402-432-2572 or go to tailoredlights.com. Is your backyard ready for fun with friends and family this fall? GE Landscape Supply has pavers and boulders, which are a great accent for any landscaping project. And you can find them at 6701 Cornhusker Highway. GE Landscape Supply sells to homeowners and contractors with a vast selection of landscaping and construction materials. And don't forget, they deliver anywhere, nearby or far away. Stop by at 6701 Cornhusker Highway from 7 a.m. to 5 p.m. Monday to Friday. Go to gelandscapesupply.com for more info or call 402-467-1627.
Your home is your empire. Protect it with Empire Fence. Get a free instant quote with the online estimating tool at empire-fence.com. See an upfront estimate with no hidden fees. An Empire Fence can provide privacy and improve the appearance of your home. Keep kids and pets in or out of your yard. Increase security and add value to your property. Visit empire-fence.com now to view the stylish and maintenance-free possibilities for your home and get a free instant online quote. Let Empire Fence protect your empire.
93.7 The Ticket, Fox, KFXL weather. Brought to you by Bryant Air Conditioning, Heating, Electrical, and Plumbing.
The Lincoln forecast for today, expecting increasing clouds, a little breezy as well. Chance of showers and storms possible this afternoon. We'll see a high of around 77. Tonight, see a chance of showers and storms with a low of around 61. Tomorrow, more showers and storms in the forecast with a high of around 77. Meteorologist Kyle Clucker for 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Back to The Ticket weeknights on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
All right, welcome back into the Don't Punt Hour with Morning Personnel. I'm Harrison Arns, running the ones and twos. And if you guys want to join the show, Starter Heyman text line 402-464-5685, streaming on Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, Twitter, and Allo, channel 951. Plenty of ways to put a face to the voice here. And again, always can join in the conversation. We're talking NBA on the last segment. We did have Milkman chime in, and this is a good question, but do players really watch all the games when writers watch most of the games?
I wouldn't say necessarily all of the games. Like, at the end of the day, it's like, you know who's playing. Like, you know who's dominating. You might not, watch a lot of them and everything like that, but you hear chirps, ESPN plays it, or, like, you'll hear it. You'll see it and everything like that. Now, that might open you up to, opening your eyes and paying more attention of who's this and who's that and everything like that. But then again, it goes to stuff like, all right, like you know who's dominating, point blank and period. Then you can fact check, get into it and everything like that. Okay, he's been, doing this X, Y, and Z and everything like that. So, I mean, I get what you're saying, but at the end of the day, it's like, you know who's top dog, you know who's dominating that year, you might not know their name or something like that, but sooner or later, it'll get exposed and everything like that. So I don't think that would be an issue to get things going or started or anything like that.
Yeah, and we talked about it over the break. It's not like the sports writers are 100% either. We talked about Mark Jackson. He did come out and admit he was wrong, but left Nikola Jokic out of his MVP voting odds last season. A little crazy. if you break it down, it's like, okay, there's obviously some neither side here is infallible. They definitely both got they're going to have issues, but that's where it's like 100% sports writers. That's where I kind of lose.
But I mean, it's their opinion. So, I mean, regardless of what people wanted and everything like that, if he didn't think that's what it was, I mean, that's his opinion.
Yeah.
Like you can't be mad. Now you can disagree with it or anything like that, but you can't say, "Oh, you wrong." Like y'all said, it's his list. Like he made his list.
That's true. There's no pre-built names in there
At all.
Mhm.
So unless okay, well, these 5 players and list them in order, and X, Y, and Z will go like, no, I'm going Joe Smo from the Bulls, Jackie,
Give me
whoever.
Austin Rivers.
You know what I'm saying? So no, I don't like that. The system is flawed.
Yeah, 100%. And again, that's kind of why it's you wonder why the NBA MVP always seems to have a narrative behind it. It's sports writers are making kind of their job to write good narratives.
I'm pretty sure they get money off of people who open their links or something like that, or how much what like how much turmoil can you create to to stir the pot or something like that. I be feeling like that. Like sometimes they do that just to get stuff situated, or having people turned in, or purposely being the bad guy. And oh no, this and this and that, and then okay, no, now I got the eyes on me, and now I'm gonna actually be. I'm not saying that they're lying or anything like that, but stirring the pot to get people involved, and then once people get involved and everything like that, they give their honest opinion about stuff.
Yeah, I mean, you get a negative headline in there. People are upset.
People are like, what? Oh, and then they go look,
on.
And then they come in, and you got people coming in and everything like that. Attention's on you, X, Y, and Z, and everything like that. Publicity stuff. I don't want to hear it.
Yeah, and again, I think that's ever since we got to like the 24-hour news cycle. I think that's when that stuff started getting crazy. Because now you're in a 24-hour news cycle. Like back in the day, everyone kind of got their news same time, same way. Now everyone's just competing for clicks. It's 24/7, so you got to be having something crazy going up all the time.
All the time.
And it feels like, and especially when you're looking at sports media, I don't know how many articles I've clicked on just to get to the bottom there. I'm like, man, that's a lot of ifs, buts, and whys for that sports. It's like an opinion piece, but the headline is like a fact.
It gets you. It's an attention grabber.
Oh, 100%. But I do want to ask you this. I forgot to ask Almon Green about it, but it is pretty interesting. Matt Rule talking about the signs, Michigan obviously getting explored a little bit. Matt Rule's answer surprised me. He's like, yeah, everyone does it, basically. Was his answer.
And I want to kind of get more so into that tomorrow with DP, because I actually text him.
Okay, we can save that. We can put that on the show.
I actually text him later. I actually texted him earlier in the evening about if he was going to be on or whatnot. Because I'll just say this: I think it's being a little bit blown out of proportion because of Michigan and how they've been winning and everything like that.
Yeah, 100%.
People have jobs to scout, so it's not uncommon that you catch things in videos and everything like that. And I've talked to a few people about it in there. Yeah, but they were using extra recording devices or something that's illegal. And I'm like, for you to go to a game, y'all come to the game week in and week out. Y'all go to different, events across this nation and everything like that. What recording instruments are you getting into a game?
It's a good point. They don't even let you get it back through there.
Clear, see through, no water bottle. Come on. You go through a metal detector and everything like that. So unless the guy is putting a whole filming station camera with a tripod or something like in his leg and go, like, come on now. So what my thing is, what does the rules say necessarily about what's against for like teams to filming? And it's not what people's opinion is. Like, I want to see the actual rule, like, that says, that's stated by the NFL, NCAA, and everything like that. And because I'm thinking about what happened with the Patriots.
Okay, yeah.
So like I remember what that was about and everything like that, but I can't exactly remember. But I think they were like, they had people like filming their practices or something like that, and that's completely different.
Yeah.
But like I'm not sure if a lot of people understand exactly like what goes into like a scouting report and everything like that. Like, you have guys watching the opposing team to get some type of edge to
exploit
something. You know what I'm saying? So you'll know your signs. They'll know your signs. They'll know your calls and everything like that and whatnot. In 2020, when there were no fans in the stadium, every NFL team, like, you had all their audibles, you had all their calls and everything like that.
That's true. That's silent.
Listen, I'm not going to explain exactly what happened, but I was a part of something to when they came to me and asked me, well, when they call this and when they call that, what are they looking forward to do? And I knew the play calls. I knew it was still the same signals. It was still the same audibles and everything like that. So it's not uncommon for somebody to have things like that in a scouting report. Now, did they have a guy to dive a deep more into it and everything like that? Probably so. I don't really know what all exactly it is. I haven't really looked into it too much, but what goes into a scouting report like that, like that's normal stuff. Like you're gonna know what a team is gonna do. Me as a receiver looking at it and everything like that, when we're in bunch settings on the field, I'm looking at how the DBs communicate, what are their hand signals to tell me, okay, who's gonna play me X, Y, and Z, or if I'm out wide, what's his hand signal or what's his communication to the safety, does he have help or not help and everything like that. And I'm telling you right now, like defenses are looking at quarterbacks, their hand signals, what they're saying and everything like that to get an edge. So I'm not saying that what he did is okay, but I'm saying what he did happens more frequently than people might know. Now, exactly of like what he's done and everything like that, or how deep it goes and everything like that, I haven't really looked into it. I don't really have all the facts and everything like that. So I'm not saying he's wrong for how he done it or how he got the job done. I'm just saying, people scout, you get the whole game footage of each game each and every week. Like that's what you chop up and you watch and everything like that. You telling me their signals, you telling me their guy who calls stuff is not on the film doing that and everything like that. Okay, now you appoint a person to look at this and everything like that. When they go third and short, what do they like to do? What signs are, we know that this is coming. We know that is coming and everything like that. So that's, I feel that's normal. Like I said,
well, there's only so much like helmet tap and there's only so many moves you can do before. And again, like from the outside looking in, obviously never been in the coaching room, but especially at D1 level, see what that looks like. But the fact that there's already signs out there, we got Superman, whatever the hell it may be, it was already happening. That's the whole purpose of the signs to begin with, because it's very clear. Not every college team across the country would have all sorts of crazy ways to call their signals on the sideline if that wasn't already happening, and the signs are just to make it harder.
Like you can hold up a sign and you can have like some type of flood concept or something like that and everything like that. You got the scouting department that looks at it and it's like, okay, well, when this sign is approached or whatever, like, they're doing some type of flood concept. Yeah. They're doing some type of, mesh concept or something like that. Then you start adding it up and everything like that. And okay, well, what is the quarterback using his hand signals to do? Okay, when he does this hand signal, they're changing, they're taking off of something and they're changing it to something else. So I think people are just kind of overreacting a little bit.
I will say this: if Michigan wasn't dominating the way they are, I don't know, the magnitude of this story.
And that's what I'm saying. So like I said, I'm not saying what they're doing is okay. All I'm saying is necessarily of knowing people's signs, knowing what they're like to do and everything like that. That's a part of scouting. You know what I'm saying? So regardless, you're gonna know what the team likes to do in third and short.
Mm-hmm.
You can go across any game in the NFL and everything like that. You hear sound bites, or after the game, it's certain stuff to where people will call out and everything. Like I just seen like last week, Trevor Lawrence like had an audible or told I think it was Christian Kirk to do a certain thing within the game and everything like that, because he's seen something on film and he adjusted to it and everything like that. So I'm like, it's like that's a part of your job of knowing and understanding what your opponent is trying to do, what his strengths are, and how is he trying to turn his weaknesses into a strength to use it against you and everything like that. So I think it's a bit hype, and like I said, it's because it's Michigan and what they've done and everything like that. Now they're trying to discredit.
Yeah, and as Milkman says on the text line, teams steal signs all the way back to high school. And that's facts.
I've listened, because
I've stolen audibles in high school.
Even when I was on my youth league football team, I had a coach Davis, Ronnie Davis. He would take us, we would go to his house Friday nights and everything like that. We would go scout other teams' players. Like he has literally on video and this is Little League, you know what I'm saying? Okay, they like to do this, they like to do that. And he kind of broke, film study kind of down. And then, we would have tapes of the team before and everything like that, Thursday night, Friday nights after practice and whatnot and everything like that. He's breaking down from this is in Little League. So this is years, this is 10, 12, 15, 18 years ago that was being done. So you telling me like, oh, it's just something new and you so outraged and everything? No, they know like it's your job to scout.
Yeah.
Like it's your job to necessarily know what the other team is going to do and stopping it, point blank and period. So like I said, I have my opinion on it. I'm not saying the guy was wrong. I'm not saying that they weren't cheating. There are still a lot of facts that I don't necessarily know about the situation or whatnot, but y'all are blowing him stealing signs. I'm like, they know, people are going to know, especially if you've been in a place in a long period of time, you know what the team is going to do and everything like that. You can anticipate what's going to happen.
Yeah, that's kind of my funniest argument so far. It's like, well, every time they play a team like TCU, they get blown out. It's like, well, it makes sense that they're a lot better at scouting teams in the Big Ten.
I'm like,
they play them every year.
I'm like, do y'all not know every week, like you get the previous games, like every game that they have. So they're sending the film.
Yeah.
Like it's not like they're doing something illegal. Like, no, the film of their previous games gets sent. It gets chopped up. What they like to do, 1st and 10, 2nd and long, 1st and long, behind the sticks. Okay, 1st and short, 2nd and medium, 2nd and long, 3rd and short, 3rd and like they have different plays and different types of stuff. So you can categorize and kind of anticipate and expect what teams are going to do.
Yep. My quick solution, just let them have a microphone. Let the quarterback have a mic or a headset and the helmet.
I mean,
I feel like that's it's never going to get rid of the problem fully, but I feel like that'd help. You'd be able to get rid of all the crazy signs.
But they, I don't know if they have it in college, because I remember
they don't have it in college.
I remember
it's a rule not to have it.
I remember in practice, like you can hear it because the quarterbacks have the speaker in the headphone, and coaches would speak into it and everything like that.
It is illegal for the games, though. I know.
Okay,
yeah.
So I mean, it's not. I'm like, again, it's not.
That's why I wish the NCAA would get rid of that rule. Just let them have that in the game, and you could again, it's still going to always be part of a game. The audibles, whatever the quarterback does to kind of signal, they're always going to be scouted. But I think that just get rid of at least all the crazy signage on the sides that it's just going to get scouted, like you're saying, anyways. It's part of the game. You're getting the tape.
Like you literally of the sideline and everything like that. So now, if certain people start paying to their coaches and everything like that, for instance, Ohio State, what do Ohio State do? The coaches on the sideline calls the plays. They'll look at the coverage and everything like that. It's not what they want. They'll look to the sideline. He'll either play the field side or the boundary side. They'll call a play and then they're off. So I'm like, and everybody knows that you can look. Oregon does the same thing. They'll call something. They'll look to the sideline. Both sides, offense and defense, will look at their side. Yeah. Like, so I'm like, what are we talking about? Like, you can go back to where it's like simple things. You can have dummy signals. You can have dubbing calls and everything like that. So this week, that's where people wearing different hats or loud, bold colors and everything like that. Yeah, that's so the quarterback knows which guy to pay attention to. That, okay, he's the live signal and everything like that. We've done it with Frost. Frost had 2 sets of signals going, a dummy signal and the live signal. Okay, well, which one is the go and which one is not? So I'm like, people have adjusted to, okay, the opposite team knowing our signs.
Yeah, we got to go to break here, though. Throw it to our final break here on the Don't Punt Hour with the Morning Pierson'El. I'm Harrison running the 1s and 2s. We'll talk to you guys in a little bit.
Chances are you're a busy person. Chances are you'd rather not drive down to Beatrice for your favorite desserts. Chances are you'd really benefit from a Lincoln location for all of your fruitcake, liqueur cake, and breakfast bread needs. Insert Beatrice Bakery in downtown Lincoln, 1040 O Street, the new 93.7 The Ticket Studios. Just grab a cake out of the cooler, pay at the counter, and you're headed home with the delicious, fruity, nutty, decadent treat of your choice. Beatrice Bakery, online at beatricebakery.com or now in downtown Lincoln at 1040 O Street.
Hi, it's Charlie Stone, and here with me is Andy Goodyear, General Manager of Honda of Lincoln. Andy, I know the new Honda sales are going really good right now at Honda of Lincoln. And with that, a lot of fresh trade-ins are coming in. Can you tell our listeners about your pre-owned selection?
I'm happy to, Charlie. Like you said, with new Honda sales going very good, we have a lot of fresh trade-ins coming in daily. And not just Hondas. We have just about every maker model you can imagine, with over 100 pre-owned and certified pre-owned to choose from, and prices starting at just $5,900.
Wow, what about financing?
We have financing as low as 3.29% APR on certified Accords and CRV.
Thanks again, Andy. People love the selection and great service at Honda of Lincoln. Maybe it's time you come experience the Honda of Lincoln way of doing business. 27th and Yankee Hill Road, or online at hondaoflincoln.com.
This is former Husker and NFL linebacker Jay Foreman. For years, I've suffered from degenerative problems in both of my ankles, but thanks to a thorough and thought-out plan provided by Advanced Medical Imaging, I was able to get my life back with the least amount of pain as possible. While working through multiple options, the team of physicians at Advanced Medical Imaging were there to answer any questions I had. If you're experiencing any pain at all and want to get your life back, go to amimaging.com or give them a call at 402-484-6677. Advanced Medical Imaging, located at 7601 Pioneers Boulevard.
If you're in Seward or Milford, listen up. Select Plumbing is now servicing your area with no trip charges from Lincoln. Select Plumbing works on a variety of issues for your home and business, including general plumbing, water heaters, faucet and fixture repair, underground sewer and water repairs, backflow testing, and more. Keep your property free from leaks and other issues. Call today for a free estimate, 402-560-6197. It's not just Lincoln, Waverly, and the surrounding area anymore. It's also Seward and Milford with no trip charges. Contact Select Plumbing to inquire at 402-560-6197.
Gray Diesel and Equipment Services is hiring and seeking motivated applicants. Gray offers a second-to-none benefit package that includes health, dental, vision, 401k, paid vacation, and paid holidays. They offer great pay and tuition reimbursement or a tool purchase program for qualified candidates. It's a fun, friendly team with lots of variety and work assignments, so there's something for everybody. View and apply for their job openings today at grayusa.com or visit them in person just off I-80 and North 56th Street. Come be a part of the Gray difference.
Hi, everyone. Kendall Warnock with A1 Automotive in downtown Lincoln. If you're looking for an automotive repair facility you can genuinely trust, we would be grateful for the opportunity to earn your business repairing your vehicle. We have ASE master technicians and qualified to work on a variety of vehicles from Hondas to Porsches, Jaguars to Toyotas, and Chevrolets to Fords. We pride ourselves on customer service and relationships, and we would be grateful for the opportunity to serve you. Give us a call at 402-477-4660. A1 Automotive, always honest answers.
October is full of sports, with football and volleyball reaching mid-season and basketball and winter sports starting up. All the excitement of the games brings major stress, and stress causes tight muscles and pain. It's time to call the Body Shop, your place in Lincoln for all types of massages: deep tissue, hydrating, sports, Swedish, hot stone, aroma, and more. And don't forget about their couples massages. Eliminate the pain from sports watching stress today with a massage at the Body Shop at 48th and A and online at thebodyshoplincoln.com.
Hi, my name is Molly Party. I'm a realtor with MP Dodge Real Estate. I'm a newly licensed agent and considered numerous brokerages before deciding on MP Dodge. I chose the company that gives me the most support in my new career, plus guidance and encouragement along the way. MP Dodge has a unique mentoring program for new agents. It's helped jumpstart my career and has a supportive management team and administrative staff. So if you're contemplating a career in real estate, look no further than MP Dodge. It will be the best decision you make.
Your home is your empire. Protect it with Empire Fence. Get a free instant quote with the online estimating tool at empire-fence.com. See an upfront estimate with no hidden fees. An Empire Fence can provide privacy and improve the appearance of your home. Keep kids and pets in or out of your yard. Increase security and add value to your property. Visit empire-fence.com now to view the stylish and maintenance-free possibilities for your home and get a free instant online quote. Let Empire Fence protect your empire.
Hi, Sean Callahan here for Koppel Chevrolet GMC, and man, the October incentives get better. You won't want to miss this. Happening right now at Koppel, you have 0% financing or $6,500 off MSRP on select new half-ton crew cab pickups. Yes, you heard right. Happening running right now until the end of the month. 0% financing or $6,500 off sticker price. Those incentives are the best we've seen this entire year. Hurry on in while supplies last. Just take that short money saving drive down 144th Street or check us out online at couplecars.com. You'll be glad you did. All offers include trade-in bonus and with roof credit.
Whether you're booking a trip to Lincoln for a football game or a volleyball weekend, the Scarlet Hotel at Innovation Campus is the place for you. The Scarlet Hotel is special on many levels, from the delicious Well and Good restaurant on the main floor to the coolest rooftop patio bar in Lincoln, the Barred Owl, on the top floor of the hotel with great views of the city and one of the coolest drink menus. Book your stay or book a staycation today at scarlethotelnebraska.com.
Back to the Ticket weeknights on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
All right, welcome back into the Don't Punt Hour with DeMornay Pierson'El. We spent a lot of the last segment talking about the Michigan. They're under investigation for some scouting. And
y'all are really mad about that one. My phone is blowing up now.
Well, if you're mad about it, you can dive in tomorrow
For
and
sure.
listen to it some more. Because we'll have, sounds like we'll have DP in studio for that one.
He's a coach. I want to,
That's a
hear
good
his,
one.
I want to hear
Yeah.
his perspective of things and everything like that, and how I see it, how I'm looking at it. Like I said again, I don't have all the information on exactly what happened or what's not supposed to and everything like that. So we'll get into it.
Since we're on the controversial subjects, was Iowa, was that a fair catch? Did you catch that play?
Yeah, I can. I'm not going to speak.
I shouldn't say fair catch. Invalid hand signal. Invalid fair catch signal. I believe is the actual penalty.
I hate Iowa, and I hate to say this, but that what I've been told for countless of years on the college level and the pro level, necessarily any gesture, above your shoulder and head would call off.
The NCAA rule has got to be above the head for a fair catch, but that wasn't the. Let me get the actual flag they called. Go ahead.
So he was communicating to his team. And I think that was just a Young's ref, mistake to call that how he did, because that wasn't a fair catch. He's clearly, the ball bounced short. Once the ball hits the ground, and it can bounce backwards and hit one of his guys, and it can become a live ball. So he was communicating more so to his team. I think that was the wrong call, and I hate to say that, but and I don't know if do college teams just got to be more overly communicative and okay, well, if I do this is not that, and that's something that I'm like, look, I can point, that's fine. I was like, I'm gonna do that because I'm talking to my team. That's fine, just nothing above your head. Cool, got it.
That's what you were told.
Well, that's what I was
Just
told.
nothing above the head.
And then specifically, when it gets sunny and everything like that, like putting your hand over your visor. I mean, like on the tip of your head and everything like that. Talk to them about that and everything like that. And all they said is, as long as it doesn't come off and move or anything like that, like, you're fine. I was like, okay, great. So I think that was just blowing the dead early by the ref. That was definitely his fault.
So this is where DP surprised me. He went completely the other way. They said the Iowa player was 100% known what he was doing, because the call was, and if you go to the Big Ten, how the officiating coordinator, he said a player who keeps his hands below his shoulder, or excuse me, I got to start. An invalid fair catch signal is defined in the rule book in the scenario as a player keeps his hands below his shoulders in a waving motion. So the call was an invalid fair catch signal, which is what spotted the ball, because in their eyes, the way they see it and the way DP broke it down, this extra nonsense, it's not serving any purpose. There's no one behind you that even see that. Everyone's in front of you. No one's going to be able to see.
But they are, because they're running at you. So if you have a command and you're speaking to them, you got Poison Peter, get away and everything like that. You might hear something and look for a split second, and you see him here or
This
like
is where
that.
I get this, but I think this is where the rep, because his hands were kind of not above the helmet.
It didn't look like it didn't look like a fair catch to me. Possibly, how you kind of start to run and you like lose your balance a little bit, or like you stumble and kind of like try and catch yourself, potentially that, but it was still below the shoulder. Like I don't think.
I still think it was the wrong call.
Completely.
But it was Iowa, so I don't care.
I'm happy they lost.
Yeah, I'm still happy they lost.
Exactly.
I
So-
thought Nebraska found every way to lose. Iowa proves me wrong. There's a way right there.
Thank the Lord.
Yeah, and we're 4-3 right now, and we
I'll
got
take
Purdue
it.
up ahead. Maybe we'll dive into that tomorrow, as well as the Michigan investigation that's still going on. We'll have DP hop in on that one. But up next, we have Walk On Weekly with Sam Hoiberg and Jeff Grace III. Don't go anywhere.